Hello class. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine, ma'am.
I am going to discuss with you about the basic principles of a refrigeration cycle, and I will show you different parts of a refrigerator and I will explain the function of each parts. So, do you have any idea about the refrigerator? Have you seen refrigerator?
Yes, ma'am. I have seen the refrigerator in my home, but I don't know about the parts of the refrigerator and its functioning.
Okay, very good. Don't worry, I will explain you about the parts. So, come here. So before showing you the real parts, first I will show you the different parts of the refrigeration cycle in the form of a block diagram, and I will explain its functions. So do you know what is the basic function of a refrigerator?
It provides the cooling effect. We can store our fruits, vegetables, milk, cooked meal, etc. for 2 to 3 days due to in refrigerator in a proper way due to this cooling effect.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Actually, the refrigerator provides cooling effect. So main function of a refrigerator to keep the body temperature less than the surrounding temperature. So if it will keep the body temperature less than surrounding temperature, then if according to the second law of thermodynamics, if the body temperature will be less than the surrounding temperature, then externally the heat will flow and it will try to make the thermal equilibrium. So in order to avoid the thermal equilibrium, we have to remove that much amount of heat from the body so that it can keep the temperature less than the surrounding temperature. Suppose this is your surrounding temperature and this is the refrigerator temperature. Suppose you want to keep 2 degree or 3 degree temperature, but your surrounding temperature is 25 degree. So if you want to keep the temperature inside the refrigerator 2 degree or 3 degree, then you have to remove that much amount of heat, because it will always try to maintain the thermal equilibrium by sending external heat. So to maintain 2 degree or 3 degree, you have to remove that much amount of heat. So what part of the refrigerator do that? This is the function of an evaporator. So inside the evaporator, there are refrigerating fluids. So they will get the refrigerating fluid, they will absorb the heat to maintain this temperature. So once they will absorb the heat, so they will it will become a saturated vapor. So once it is saturated, so it cannot take further amount of heat. So we have to release that much amount of heat. So to do this as a continuous process, we have to operate it in a cycle. So to operate it in a cycle, we have to send it to some device which will release the heat. So because once they absorb the heat and become saturated, so they cannot take further amount of heat. So to release that much amount of heat, we have to send it to the condenser. But the condenser, it operates at a high pressure, but the evaporator, it operates at a low pressure. So to increase the pressure, we have to send it to a device which will increase the pressure of the refrigerating fluid. So that is the role of a compressor. So inside that evaporator, there is saturated vapor. So we send that saturated vapor to the compressor, so it gets converted into superheated vapor. So this superheated vapor, we send it to the condenser to cool the refrigerated fluid. So once we send it to the condenser, so inside the condenser, do you know what is condensation process?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Through the condensation process, the saturated vapor will be converted into the saturated liquid.
Yes. So here we are sending the superheated vapor, so it will get converted into the liquid form. So basic principles of the condensation process is that it converted the vapor into liquid. So here it will get converted into the liquid. So that saturated liquid, that superheated liquid, will send it to this evaporator again. So to maintain a continuous process, we have to operate it in a cycle. So to complete the cycle, we have to send the condensing refrigerating liquid into this evaporator. So to do this, I have told you it operates at a high pressure. This condenser, it operates at a high pressure, and this evaporator, it operates at a low pressure. So to maintain that pressure, we have to pass it through a device which will reduce its pressure. So that is the job of a throttling valve. So this throttling valve, it reduces the pressure. So again, the refrigerating liquid, so it comes inside the evaporator in the form of a liquid, and thus the refrigeration cycle continues. So now I will show you different parts of the refrigeration cycle. So if you can see this pipe, it is coming from the refrigerator, inside the refrigerator, you can see here. So this is the coil which is coming from the evaporator. So this refrigerant, after they absorbs the heat from this from inside the refrigerator, so it comes through this pipe, you can see here. So next it goes to the compressor. So this part is the compressor, which increases the pressure of that refrigerating fluid. So inside the evaporator, it gets converted into saturated vapor. Then inside the compressor, it gets converted into superheated vapor. So we need to complete the cycle, so we need to release that heat. So from the compressor, you can see here this coil, it is going through this. So this is the condenser coil. So you can see here the fins attached here, and you can see here this heat exchanger. So this is the condenser. So this condenser, it releases the heat of that superheated vapor. So the vapor gets converted into liquid from here. So again, after the conversion into the liquid form, so it goes through this. So this is the throttling valve. You can see here, this is the throttling valve. So from here, it again goes into the evaporator. You can see here, there is a connection here. So there is a connection here. So here it again goes into the evaporator. So from the evaporator, so here it is in the liquid form, the refrigerant. So it again absorbs the heat from that from inside the refrigerator. So again it gets converted into vapor. So this cycle continues. So now do you understand how a refrigerator works? So are you clear about the refrigeration cycle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions. So are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you know the name of the parts which is in between the evaporator and condenser?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you show me that part?
Yes, ma'am. This throttle valve is in between the condenser and evaporator.
Okay, very good. So can you tell me the function of a compressor?
Yes, ma'am. It increases the pressure of the saturated vapor.
Okay, very good. So this is all about today's lesson. So I think now you all understand about the functionings of a refrigeration cycle. So in the next class, I will discuss about the air conditioner, and I will show you different parts of the air conditioner. So thank you for paying attention to the class.
Thank you, ma'am.